It's always nice when you one up everybody else.
Excuse me.
How's everybody doing today?
Not
Good,
bad.
thank
How
you.
about yourself?
Good. It's it's good. How are you, woman in the corner?
I'm great.
How's that gum taste?
Oh, it's so good.
Mm. You normally chew gum like that?
Don't you?
No, I like to keep my mouth closed when I chew gum.
No. You see, when they drink wine, they aerate it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with gum. You have to keep your mouth open and chew to aerate it and get all the flavors.
Oh, wow. So what do you do for a living? What is your name?
Dropping the beans.
My name?
Yeah,
Rose.
Rose. That's a pretty name, Rose. What do you do for a living?
What don't I do?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Are you? What? What do you do?
Well, we can't exactly spell it out now, can we? If you're a cop, you have to tell me though.
Okay, not a cop.
Are you...
So are you a lady of the streets? You work the corners or work the avenues?
We like to be called escorts.
Okay.
Or companions. You know, the other terms are so outdated.
The more
really?
expensive.
Okay. How much?
Depends on where you find me for how much I am.
And is it what's a normal night like? Like what do you usually make a night?
Oh, that depends. It could be anywhere from $30 to $5,000.
And what do you charge for a typical night escorting? Like what,
it depends on the gentleman.
Okay.
How he's dressed, what kind of car he has, the price fluctuates. Yeah, so someone like you, for example, would get a higher price than someone that looks like Jordan.
Oh, okay. And because I look more high end than he does? I mean, I'm wearing an affliction shirt.
You look like you have more money. Yeah.
So you base your price off of what someone looks like they're worth.
Yeah. Because if it's too high, they won't do it at all. And if it's too low, they won't even like consider it because they'll be like, oh, she's too cheap. You know? So like someone like Matthew, he looks like he's on like a fixed income. So he'd probably get like the fixed rate, which is the same rate since like the 80s. Like $50.
It's kind of nice.
And what does he get for $50 though?
Companionship.
Does that include any type of sex, or is that just what is that? Like when you say companionship?
No sex for $50.
Well, what do you
playing canasta?
So you like play like like board games?
Oh no, we can cuddle. He can hold me. He can rub my feet. He can make me drinks. Oh yeah.
Oh, so but there's no.
If he's really sweet, I'll just like throw in a blowjob.
For $50?
Oh yeah. If he gives me a foot massage, you haven't seen my feet. I stand on them all day long. They're gross.
Do you swallow or are you a spitter?
Oh, with customers, always spit because you don't want to like swallow the STD because then it could travel down to your pussy. So we always spit it out so that way it doesn't make it down there.
Do you get checked very often?
Huh?
Do you get checked very often on the STD front?
Oh, I self-check. Yeah, there's this little checklist on WebMD,
You're a
and I just go
doctor?
through it. And sometimes, like some of them, like I'm like, oh, but then other times, like I'm like, okay, well, there's nothing oozing, there's no problem, you know?
Makes sense. Good enough.
Checklist. Got it.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of girlfriends that you do this with? What got you into it?
Well, I had a friend named Tammy. She was really into it. She's the one who like introduced me to it and introduced me to Tommy. And then she started like doing a whole bunch of drugs, and Tommy straight up asked me if I was doing drugs. And I was like, no. And then he fired Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's just me and Tommy.
Wow. So it's Tommy. So Tommy's your pimp.
So
You
you're,
can say that.
so you're like bottom B.
I am the top B.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what's the most that a client has ever paid you?
$5,000.
And what did that $5,000 include?
He wanted to clip my toenails, and then he wanted them to be in Jello, and then he wanted to eat them while I watched.
Somehow
I said,
that
okay.
sounds very arousing.
Oh, and then he got anal. Yeah.
Wait,
Wait, he got anal?
From like he gave it to me.
Oh! I thought you meant like you gave it to
okay.
him. So,
No.
So a little extra kinky there. All right. I'm sorry if I
I don't
laughed.
want to get my hands
Rose.
dirty.
Well, the thing is, Rose, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the scenario that you have with these clients. There's nothing about you that's funny. You know, it's very serious.
I'm also getting the sense that nothing is really off limits. If they pay, you're willing to do it. I'm getting that
Yeah.
sense. So do you get, obviously you get a lot of tips, but do you actually get like money tips as well?
A lot of people try to do like the Venmo thing or Cash App, but I keep getting flagged. So it doesn't really work out in that way, and no one really has cash anymore. So sometimes they just give me their credit cards, like the little prepaid credit cards, you know, like that say gift on them, and then I just use those.
What's the worst date you've ever had? Date.
Oh my goodness. I went on a date with this guy who like said that he was gonna marry this girl, but they were into other types of sex, and they would go to like these parties and stuff, and he invited me to go with him to one of these parties. But the issue was that his girl was like so into me and my titties and my pussy that she wasn't paying attention to him at all. By the end of the night, I don't even know where he was. I went home with her, and I still got his money for it.
Wow.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Was he attractive?
Yeah, it was interesting because I had no idea that I was about to get pussy that night, you know?
Was he? So you go both ways then. You'll escort for a male or a female.
Yeah.
Which one do you prefer out of the two?
Oh, the male.
Yeah. Do
Interesting.
you scissor?
I tried it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it works. It didn't do anything.
So what do you do? You just 69 then? How do you get each other off as a female?
Well, I kind of give her something to make her a little tired, and then I just play with her a little bit, and then she falls asleep.
So you drug them?
No, that is not allowed. No, I just gave her something to make her tired.
That's drugging someone.
I mean, it wasn't like chamomile or
Well,
was
I
it
mean,
something?
it's something inside of chamomile. Chamomile really masks the taste really well, so that's what I genuinely.
It's a big
use.
word for a lady on the
Yeah,
streets.
so it's like really nice.
Okay, so it's okay.
And then I get to go. Oh my gosh, I love it so much because then I get to go through all of their drawers. You would not believe the stuff I find in people's drawers. It's crazy. Sometimes you open up a drawer full of Twinkies. Other times you open up it's jewels and like mangoes. It's amazing.
Why do you go through their drawers?
Because they're asleep. What else am I supposed to do?
Go home?
Good job. Why?
Do you take anything that you find? Like if you're hungry and you open up
Yeah.
the drawer of Twinkies, you do? Oh, you take it.
Oh no, not Twinkies. Money. If I find money, I'll take it.
So you're a thief.
Okay.
It's my dad. She's asleep. She would have tipped if she was awake.
But you already got the tip. You got the money from the dude.
In a normal time where there's a girl, they just pay up front and then the tip happens after. Guess what? She's asleep. I have to get my tips somehow, so I just go into the drawers and I look around.
So have you ever been in like a pretty woman situation? A guy that falls in love with you and wants you to take you out of their life and make you his wife?
That's what they say, but all they want is to not use a condom. They don't call.
Makes sense.
That's all they want.
Have you fell
So
for that
stupid.
before?
Oh yeah, like 6 times.
And have you ever got
Seems
pregnant?
like a lot.
Oh no, Robert Downey Jr. is sterile.
So celebrities.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah, they're really into redheads.
Are you a
Huh.
real redhead? Does it match down below? Then it matches on the top? Do the curtains match the drapes?
Doesn't matter.
And is Robert Downey Jr. actually Iron Man, or is it?
He's more of like a corn on the cob skewer, you know.
Huh. Never guessed that.
So it's pointy?
And small.
Oh, I mean, it explains why he
Do
played
you
Iron
ever-
Man.
Do you ever catch yourself? Like, how do you keep a straight face? Like a guy pulls down his pants, or you pull his pants down, and it's like really tiny, and you have to kind of. What do you think of so you don't laugh at him, or you do laugh at him?
Oh
I don't
no,
know.
I would never laugh. If anything, it's way easier when it's smaller, way less surface area to kind of take care of. So if I only have like a 2-inch space to play with, that's totally fine with me because then it's just easier. Instead of using 2 hands, it's 1 hand, maybe just like a finger or so, and then he's done.
So it's
So
a
no
discount
long-
then, because less work
No.
for you. Oh,
No.
okay.
But if it's
So no
giant,
lo-
it does cost more.
No, I was just gonna ask. No long johns or
How would you know? Because I'm gonna assume you discussed the price beforehand, right?
She
So
probably
midway.
knows.
You
probably
just
knows.
Oh,
tell by
how do
looking
you
at their
know?
feet and their hands. If your hand is this big, you're not going to have a whopping jammy in your pants, all right? God gave you hands to control your penis. So if your hands are this big, hello, LeBron, that's massive, okay? That's how you tell. So if everyone puts up their hand right now, ooh, Matthew.
And Matthew's hand is
Mm.
pretty large.
Matthew's hand is big. Jordan's got those baby hands. Got a little foam.
Oh yeah.
You get a discount, sweetheart.
Thank you. It's actually nice.
You can
You
put your
seem
hand
like a
down
very
now, Matthew.
busy
You can
person.
put it down now, okay? You can only brag so much, brother. It's all right. Good for you. So you base it. So it's not. So you don't base the price just off of what they look like or how much they work. You base the price. You don't base the price off of the size of the penis at all.
That too. It goes into it. Like it's not the deciding factor.
So
It's
is
just-
it like a barter system? Like, what if they don't have money and they have, let's say, mangoes? Because you said one has mangoes in their drawers. What if
I
someone
did it
wants
for
to
a
give
kayak once.
you? Did what for a kayak once?
I KTB'd for a kayak. That's all he had was a kayak, and I was like, "Ooh, okay, I could kayak."
Do you
I
still
get
have the
it,
kayak
and I bring it
today?
out to the water, and there's no paddles. It's just
Mm.
the
Oh.
boat. It was so stupid. I just left it in the lake.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, what use is a
Yeah.
kayak without a paddle? It's just a.
Now, interesting
Like a
that
shoe.
you mentioned LeBron. Are there certain races you do not affiliate with, or is everyone happy to come along this ride?
Depending, I only will deal with people that look like I do.
What do you mean that
Ginger.
look like? What do you mean that look?
I have the same complexion.
Oh, so you don't. So black people are off limits. What about Hispanics?
Uh-uh.
So Have you ever dealt with a black
Asians.
person or Asians?
No, Tommy doesn't let me go with anybody except other whites.
So you're like a
So how does that
neo-Nazi
work?
prostitute.
Kinda.
How does a contact kind of work? Like you stand on the corner of a street, or Tommy fixes you up, like with.
That's why it depends on the location. Because if I'm like at 7-Eleven getting in a Slurpee, it's a discount rate.
Is
You
that
know,
a
I'm
code?
just out and about. I'm
Is that
already
a
out
code
there.
word for something?
Huh?
Is that a code word for something? Getting a Slurpee at 7-Eleven? Is that like a
No, I'm just
like
thirsty.
a blowjob is a slurp? Oh, like an actual drink Slurpee. Okay.
I'm
Just
already
okay.
doing my errands, so I'm already out and about. You get a discount.
When you go out and about, do you wear like fully clothed, or do you look like a lady on the street?
I look like a lady on the street, probably. Sometimes I wear a sweater.
Is there holes cut out for your boobs in the sweater?
No, but it is clear.
So what's the purpose
It's
of
kind
the
of
sweater?
like a windbreaker.
Oh, okay. But you could see through it.
Uh-huh.
So it's like wearing saran wrap as a sweater.
Yeah.
Ooh, I also have another question. So, well, like a lot of people, when the pandemic hit, they were forced to work at home. So, how did you guys solve that? Did you start working at home? Did you do webcam stuff? What do you do to survive? What did you do?
I don't do webcam stuff because then Tommy can't see what I'm doing. You know, he likes to watch. So we normally just did that out in cars.
What he likes to
the
watch.
hotels were all
So, Tommy is
closed.
always in the room?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you and Tommy in a relationship, or is Tommy just like
Oh,
a very
no.
overprotective?
Tommy's a eunuch.
He's a what?
A eunuch.
What's a eunuch? Isn't that someone that doesn't have any testicles?
Mm-hmm.
Is this by natural, or is this by doctor? What makes him a eunuch?
He got into some stuff with some people and he owed them a lot of money. Now he's a eunuch.
I've seen loan sharks taking homes, spouses, jewels. I've never heard of a loan shark taking a penis as collateral. This is the first. Interesting.
Wait, is
Yeah,
it a penis or is it the balls?
Well, his balls are gone, and then they kind of cut a little bit into his penis, so it's kind of shaped like that.
Does it get hard, or does he get aroused by watching you with the clients?
No, he's
Oh,
pretty
so the
sad.
nerves are all gone. Huh.
What's the
Do
worst
any of
place
the
you ever?
clients complain that there's a dude, just a random dude in the
With
in
no
the room
testicles, by
No,
the
because he
way.
doesn't get hard and he doesn't have balls.
So what does he do? He just sits there and watches? Does he film it?
with his pants down because they know he doesn't have balls? Does he show that first?
No one really questions it.
Huh.
Especially if a guy's paying $5,000, you would think that he would want to know who the other dude in the room is. I mean, that would.
They tend to like it a lot.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. What was your question, Maddie? You had a question for the lady in the streets.
What's the worst place you ever did it?
Oh.
Arby's
Inside or outside?
Worst
outside.
place?
So like,
Have you ever smelled
the
rotten
dumpsters?
roast beef? Ugh.
yes.
I didn't know if it was the dumpster or if it was me. It was weird.
Slightly aroused and a little bit hungry for some reason.
Weird how those two can cross-reference each other in your brain, isn't it?
Yes.
So do you get a lot of yeast infections or UTIs being do what you do, Rose?
Oh no, because we do the peanut butter diet, and it's where every time that you're like intimate with someone, you take a tablespoon of peanut butter and you put it up your hoo-ha.
And that does what? That makes it more
Cleans it out.
lubricated? It
Yeah,
So
cleans
it's
it
the
out.
creamy one or the
Yeah,
chunky
like-
one?
Have you ever seen a rock tumbler?
Yes.
the peanuts and the peanut butter do that to the pussy.
So you use the chunky peanut butter.
Yeah.
Have you ever knocked the boots with a dude? Do you have to chew gum like that? Like, that's a necessity?
Oh
Just
yeah, I'm
what-
working out my jaw.
Getting it strong
Uh-huh.
for the blowjobs.
Yeah, some guys like it really, really rough.
Sloppy.
Okay.
So I gotta ask, was your dad always around? What made you go into this profession the first time? Was there a relative that tried to touch you? Was it just
Well,
natural?
My dad is actually an astronaut, and he's been up in space since I was born. Yeah.
An astronaut?
Uh-huh.
That's a bit of a profession change from flying up in the air to staying as flat as possible on the ground.
Well, no, he's up there.
I know,
He's
but
up
you're
in space.
right, but you're about as close to the ground as you could get. Like you are the bottom, like you are flat.
Uh-huh.
He's gotta be
Yeah,
the
ever
longest
since I was
time in
little.
space ever.
My mom said that he went up in space for his job, and then he can't come back down because he'll get earth sickness or something. So he stays up there.
Earth sickness. Oh, that sounds pretty severe.
So in a typical day, how many clients do you have?
7.
And
busy.
the most you've ever done on a day is?
8.
That's one by
I do
one,
find
right?
it.
Yeah, how many at one time?
Oh, 1, sometimes 2.
Okay, so no gangbangs, no trains, no nothing. Just
Oh, no. No, there's not enough room inside of the room with Tommy.
It's also a little bit poetic if you think about it. So your dad is still up in space. His
Yeah.
bones are disintegrating, and you're helping boners down here. So it's kind
What are
of
you talking about? He's totally fine. He's on the space station.
I don't think so. He's on the
Who
space
do
station,
you
but
think
he's definitely
keeps
not
that
helpful.
flag standing upright up there? That's my dad.
He is, yeah, but his bones are not fine. Not at
He's
all.
fine. They have vitamins.
Okay. I'm not a space doctor, so I can't really say anything.
Oh, you're a real doctor? Your price just went up.
Yes. Of course. Makes sense. You wouldn't believe the size of my stethoscope. Back to
when
you.
when you said that the size of the room. So wait, they come to you to a predestined location. You don't go to them.
No, we go to the 7 Red Roof Inn Hotel Motel 6.
Okay.
And then there is where they kind of have like a twin bed.
Yeah.
And then there's 4 walls, obviously, and there's a TV. There's no dressers or anything, so it's pretty small.
So you don't do home service, or you do for extra money?
And they come to me usually. Because if I go to them, I don't know if they have dogs. I don't like dogs.
What about cats?
I don't like cats either. They always smell my vagina.
That's true.
Weird.
Having
Some
multiple
weird
cats.
animals.
This is true. This is
Don't-
true.
I thought dogs usually smell vaginas, not cats.
Oh, they both do.
Male crotches. Dogs is male crotches, and pussycats is pussy.
You haven't met the
makes
dogs that I've met.
Yeah.
Have you
Any
ever
any
had-
other weird animals you don't like?
Yeah, like
Parakeets?
furry client?
Have you ever
Mm-mm,
done anything with an
parakeets.
animal? You don't like parakeets?
No. That's not allowed.
So it says Tommy or you?
Tommy?
They can't consent.
So it's a legal thing.
Any minors?
No. Never.
Well, I mean, you said you're just a
We would never
companion,
do
right?
that.
You said you're just a companion. We're not talking about
Mhm.
sexual intercourse. We're talking about just companionship.
Mhm.
They did a movie about a girl like you where she, I don't know, I think it was called Milk Money or Milk and Honey with Melanie Griffith. She was a prostitute. And she, it was a kid, younger kid. I don't want to bore you. I know you probably have a short attention span. But long story short, she was a prostitute, and the kid found her and helped her out. Rose.
It was a tree house as well, right?
Yes.
Do you have a tree house? No.
I don't have a real house.
So where do you live, or where do you go to when you're not working?
Tommy's house.
Have
Oh.
you and Tommy ever knocked the
Living
boots?
room or basement?
Mm-mm.
Good question, Jordan. Basement or living room?
Closet?
Oh,
Walk-in
Mr.
or-
Fancy Pants has a closet.
No.
Not a walk-in,
normal
just like a
closet.
janitorial closet. You have to sleep standing up next to the broom.
Does Tommy
Well, I
live in
usually
his
sleep
own
in like a
house,
little
or
ball anyway.
does
Because I have
Tommy
night terrors. So one time I attacked Tommy, so then I started sleeping in the closet.
Did he tell you you had to
That's-
sleep in a closet, or was that on you?
Wait,
Tommy?
you attacked Tommy. Is this also the night he lost his testicles? Because I
No. That was way before me.
oh, okay. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Does Tommy live on his own, or is he in his parents' basement, or?
Tommy lives on his own, but the house has all the windows boarded up.
Oh,
Sounds
Boarded
cozy.
up.
running water, electricity.
I think he just doesn't like light, so he keeps the electricity off and he keeps the windows covered.
So how do you guys clean yourself if you have no running water or electricity?
We do.
With
We have
what?
running water.
Oh, you have running water. Is it hot?
On average, we hooked up a hose to the neighbor's house and we just run it into our house.
Oh, that's not running water. That's stealing water.
That's running water.
Yeah, no, I get that, Rose. I'm just saying that, yeah, it's running water, but it's not yours. It's somebody else's. It's the same you have Wi-Fi because you're connected to it, but it's your neighbor's. You don't have Wi-Fi. You're just stealing somebody's. You're stealing water.
And I don't get that. You seem
Tomato,
to
potato.
have a lot of money coming in. Why are you penny pinching?
Well, he takes it all. He's
And does
putting
he
it
have
in a
any
trust fund for
additions?
me. He said it's my what did he call it? I think IRA fund or something. And he puts it in there so that way it gains interest.
Wait, so you have a retirement fund set up?
I think so.
401k.
Basically what
Mm-mm.
an IRA is.
I don't have that much.
Oh, I was thinking of the different IRA.
You're thinking of the Irish Republican Army.
Yes.
Yeah, no, you
I
don't
thought
put money
about-
into
oh,
that.
okay.
Well, I mean, I guess you could put money into that for protection. What
Yeah.
happens if Tommy can't go out to a call or something?
Tommy always can. Otherwise,
does
it wouldn't
Tommy have-
go.
Tommy only works with you, or does he have multiple?
We had Tammy, but then Tammy did a whole bunch of drugs, and Tommy said no more.
Tammy messed it up.
But Tommy and Tammy are related, right? They're brother and sister?
No. Ew.
Oh, I thought you said that in the beginning. They're not related. Okay. Wow. This is fascinating.
So
How long
what's
have you
the
been-
thing you don't like about your job?
Tap it, Jordan.
I never get to come.
Yeah, that's
So you've never liked it? You've never really enjoyed it? Your work?
No. No, men who pay for sex aren't good at it.
Wow. You've never came to all. How long have you been? How many years?
It's a 7.5.
And you said the average is 7 per day.
Mhm.
Like 7.5. How old are
So
you?
that's
I'm 18. Really, I'm 27, but I tell everyone that I'm 18.
oh, okay. All right. So, but wait, hold on. Let's go back to that. You say you do average about 7 per day is average, and you work 7 days a week, I presume. Okay, so I just that's 50 a week. Yeah, and there's 4 weeks in a month, so that's 200 a month. So you're looking at about 25 to 2,800 people you have sex with in a year, and if you've been doing that for 7 years, we're talking about 15,000 people. You haven't came at all in 15,000 sexes.
No. The men usually come immediately.
You ever think that you chose the wrong line of work?
What do you mean?
Well, that
Well, I mean,
depends
you
on
get
your
no
food.
enjoyment out of it. You get no money. All you get is a closet with a hose, no electricity. You have clear
And bubble
sweaters and bubble. I don't. Yeah, how are you getting bubble? Like you don't. You've made bad choices. No.
I don't think so.
Well, what do you get out
You
of
don't
doing
even
this?
get federal
I
holidays.
get freedom. I get to go wherever I want every single day. I get to pick who I work with and who I don't.
But
You know,
work
I
you
have
have
a
to
lot of
get paid.
freedom.
But work you have to get paid. But you don't get paid. Tommy gets paid.
Tommy put it into the IRA for me.
Have you seen this IRA account?
I've met him, but that's about it.
You've met who? The guy with the IRA?
Yeah.
So is it a bank or is it the Republican Army?
I don't know what you mean.
I think Tommy is running away with your money. I'm not going to say anything, but
So growing
No.
up, what was your wish? What did you want to grow up being or doing for a job?
I wanted to be an astronaut like my dad.
What happened? What fell through?
You can't be a whore and be an astronaut. And it costs a lot of money for space camp.
Were you doing this when you were younger?
guidelines.
You could be honest. Were you doing this when you were younger, like below 18?
No.
So at 18 is kind of like you spread
That's
your
when I
wings
met
and
Tammy.
flew. And it's all been downhill since. Or uphill.
Uh-huh.
Because is it downhill? Is it easy or do you find it hard what you do?
It's easy. I'm so surprised everyone doesn't do it.
So you what's your education like? Did you have a diploma or something or master's
I
in
graduated
something?
high school.
As
Aspiring astronaut.
Do you ever plan to get out of this? To do something else?
No.
You just want to do
I don't
this
know what
till
else
you're
to do.
in a walker? Like you
I was thinking of maybe selling dildos at like a sex shop.
but it's not very
Because you
lucrative.
know how they work. You know? Not hard.
No,
No,
they
they
are
are.
hard. Yeah, they are hard. It's kind of their sole
So
purpose to be hard.
you're planning to do this until you retire, so 60, 70. What is the average age of men coming up to you?
I'm 47.
Very
Wow.
specific.
Yeah, that's oddly specific.
Yeah.
47.
Yeah, they've been
And-
married for about 10 years and they already know that they're not happy. So.
Also,
ever-
not divorced. They're still married.
Oh, yeah, they're married.
Huh.
And you enjoy this.
Oh, yeah.
Would you consider yourself a home wrecker?
No. Because they go back home.
Since you're into stealing food, water, and jewelry and money from people's homes,
Mangoes.
you ever? Yeah, well, yeah, and Twinkies. Have you ever tried to maybe take some pictures and then ask for more money from said married men? Is she working? Oh,
Sorry, I had a client.
What?
Told you they were fast. What was your question?
so did you ever try to blackmail any of these married men
No,
to get
there's
more
no
money?
need. They're already sad. There's no point to make them more sad.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
So
So what's your
overall, you
preferred-
feel like you have the better life than those
Mhm.
married men.
Yeah, because he's not giving it to his wife. He's giving it to me.
But it's not good.
That's not his fault. He just has a
Did you
really
ever
small
get in-
penis.
Did you ever get in trouble with a wife or the police or whatever?
One
Actually-
time, because I wouldn't give him his wedding ring back. He was really drunk and he proposed to me, and it was his wife's. He took it off the nightstand, and the cops were called.
Have you ever like done the dirty with a cop or anybody on Johnny
Of
Law?
course. How do you think I'd not go to jail?
Oh,
You know,
Are
they
you a
take you to
fighter?
buildings, they gangbang you, and then they let you go.
Are you a fighter?
With other girls, yes.
What about guys? What if a guy kind of slaps you around a little bit?
Did you already pay?
Yes.
Let it happen.
Well, it's kind of odd.
So you've seen people from all different walks of life and all kinds of different professions. What's the profession that tries the hardest with you? Like who gives it all? Like he really wants to do a good job.
A veterinarian.
I would have never guessed that.
I think it's because they do like all the same school as a doctor, but they get paid like 1/8. That's what I hear a lot.
so what do you do when somebody falls in love with you? It's bound to happen, right? No.
Oh yeah, it happens all the
7,000 people
time.
a year?
What happens? You just ignore them? Do you ever go back to them? Or
Start charging them more.
That's smart.
Because now I have to act like I'm in love with you too. That costs extra.
Has it ever happened to you?
Oh no.
Well, I mean,
Most
she's
of the men
never
are
came.
unbelievably hairy.
So, but she's not also never came, so she never found happiness in all of these 15,000. What would be your number? Like, what? How many people would you say you had sex with? I was spitballing. So, what? Like, what would you say your number is more accurate to?
I couldn't even tell you. Because some people are repeats. Do you count them a second time? Are they one body? Are
Sure,
they two bodies?
I would count them as a second time. Absolutely, I think that's
Yeah, after
you
about
know.
6 months, I just stopped counting.
So yeah, do you have a lot of those repeat customers or?
Oh yeah. You know how hard it is to find a hooker? It's actually really difficult. Well, not where you are, but in America it is.
Oh.
Where would people be able to find you if they were interested? Someone watching and they wanted to have companionship to play checkers with, or maybe get a blowjob. Where would they find you at?
In California.
Skid Row? Oh, you hang out by the homeless people. That's smart.
Blend in.
Why is that?
Your own rent? Or
I think that, sweetheart, I think the last thing you're going to do is blend in at Skid Row.
No, there's a lot of hookers there.
but you're the only one with teeth, right?
The hobos protect us. Because they're hoping to get some, and I think by protecting us that we'll be like with them.
Oh.
You ever have any weird people like had you come over and they wanted you to like cook for them or clean their house, like not knock the boots? Something
Yeah.
non-sex related. Just
Yeah,
I
there's
need you
this
to
guy.
vacuum my floor.
He really likes to have things dusted, and his wife doesn't do it. So he has me come over, and I put on like this little maid outfit that's completely open in the back. And he always has me like dust the bottom shelves, which are never even dusty. But I just dust those for him around his house.
And what does he do while you're dusting?
He films me.
So that's allowed.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Where would someone go to see your portfolio of the work that you've done or the work that you can do?
I don't think there is one.
You don't think
Yeah, I
anybody's
just
ever
do
put you
anything.
online?
Mm-mm. No. I don't even know how you would look that up. You know?
Right.
So you told us your most disgusting place where you ever had sex. What's the most disgusting guy you've ever seen? Like,
There was this guy. He was like maybe 50. And you would not believe this. He did not have a single hair on his body. He was like a snake. It was disgusting. No hair at all, not even on his balls, nothing. And he
Mole
gets
rat.
naked,
not even on
and he
his
looks like a
toes?
Fisher Price doll. It was so awkward.
Wait, he
Like
didn't
for a
even
man
have
with no
hair
hair,
on
he
his
sure sweat a
toes?
lot. Hmm?
Do you,
He
do you
didn't
remember
even
his
have
name?
hair on his toes?
He didn't have hair on anything.
Do you
Not
remember
one
his
hair.
name? Was his name Jay?
I'm not really sure.
You probably don't
What did
remember
he
any
do?
names.
Mm-mm.
You give an army discount or
Of course.
Do you ever give freebies for veterans?
If they're missing a limb, yes. But it has to be because of the military. Not be because you slept on the train tracks.
Or you got diabetes?
One time I was tricked.
One time. That's the last time.
Never again.
Yeah, now I ask for their like little card.
So if is there any other questions for anybody on the panel for Rose here? We're all good?
The only one I have is, do you think he'll ever give this up and still chase the dream of becoming an astronaut?
Oh no. I don't think that there's any hope of being an astronaut anymore.
Oh, you never know.
Mm-mm. No, because I don't think anybody's ever gone to space again after my dad. You know, so I don't know if anybody is even up there with him. I think he's alone.
How's it get food?
Grows it.
He grows cows?
No, he grows vegetables. You can't grow cows.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, but how does he get any meat?
He doesn't.
So it's just these
He's
weeds
probably like
and
a
shit.
vegan.
Oh, is it vegan?
Are you sure your dad is still alive?
Yeah.
So you still get letters in the mail from him or something?
Mm.
Yeah, how's he gonna get mail, bro? He's in the military.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
if you ever see it
Pigeons?
twinkling on the moon, it's my dad. I'm saying sup.
He's got his ring on.
So do you kiss while having sex with the
Ooh,
customers?
good question.
No kissing.
eye locking? No.
They usually don't have teeth.
Wait, you said the average age is 47. How is that even possible?
Meth is run rampant in this area, so a lot of the men have dentures. So
Do
what
they?
they do
So
is
they usually take them out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hot.
And then you go
Do you
to
let
kiss them, and there's nothing here, like keeping it in their mouth. So when you kiss them, their lips kind of cave inward, and it's disgusting.
So do you let
But
them?
you said no
Is
kiss-
it part of one of your packs? Like, do you have like a tier 1 party, a tier 2 part? Like, do you have different? Like, if someone, do you have a menu, so to speak? Like, could someone get like the family platter, and that's got this, it's got that, all the stuff is included. Like, do you have that? So it's
You
just
just tell
kind
me
of
what I want. That's it.
okay. So is it an option
Do
for
you think
someone
I
to
would get
eat?
more money if I had a menu?
Yeah, absolutely. Did you? Well, the question I was going to ask is, one, do you let people eat your coochie if they wanted to?
No, but they eat my butthole.
Because I was gonna ask, what's it like getting your coochie eaten by someone that's got no teeth? Like, does it feel good?
Behind the
I
Arby's.
thought about that before. I think it might feel cool,
Yeah.
but
You let
You know,
them
I don't
eat your butthole or lick your butthole?
like it. They
Does that
tongue
feel
punch
nice? Oh, they tongue
Mhm.
punch. Okay.
it. Mm-hmm.
All right.
And still nothing. Nothing, not a little bit of a sensation. Ooh, this is nice. I mean, you don't come, okay, but nothing, not even a little bit. Moist down
No.
there, nothing.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Sounds like you don't really like your job.
It sounds like
So if
shit.
you're-
I wouldn't pay for it. I mean, as cute as she is, I wouldn't pay for it. There's no
So you-
enjoyment.
You're doing your job, right?
I'll fake it for
You're,
you.
you're doing your job, and
That's
you have
great.
no sensation, no enjoyment out of it, no
You just
whatsoever.
fake it every time.
Yeah, but what do you think of in those moments?
Where am I going next?
Baseball, probably.
That's what you're thinking when you're knocking the boots. Is where am I supposed to go at 12:30? Like, what's your schedule for the day?
Yeah.
Do you moan or?
Every 8.7 seconds, you make a moan. So that way it's kind of
Oh, no.
random.
What if
8.7
nothing's happening on
is-
that second 8 second?
You
Yeah.
wait. And then you
And-
restart it once he starts going again.
Okay.
So why is
Oh.
it 8 seconds? Is it something scientific or experience?
Well, I was trying to do it every 2 seconds, and the guys caught on pretty quick that it was fake. And then I did it every 20 seconds, and the guys thought they weren't pleased with me at all. So then I found a happy medium of 8.7 seconds.
so
how
you
do
do
you-
fake it.
And how do you time that 0.7 seconds? I can see how you get to 8, right? But like,
Well,
what do you?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now! That's it.
Oh, that was like 8.1. Okay. All right. So just anywhere between 8 to 9 seconds, get a moan out.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the moan sound like?
You have to pay for that, homeboy.
Oh shit.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Smart.
What's your Venmo?
Nothing gets past throws.
Oh shit. All right. Okay.
So, but another thing is like Matthew, you probably don't know, but he has a medical condition. Has anything ever happened with you? You've had a lot of clients. Like with a medical emergency, what do? Does Tommy jump in? Do you know CPR? What do you do? Just leave or?
You just leave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you leave the door open so that way other people will intervene. It's the
But you
kindness.
don't call out for help. You
Mm-mm.
don't really call anyone. Okay.
Would you rather find out that your girlfriend had a heart attack in a hotel room alone? Or would you rather find out that she was KTB and some man who made her come so hard that she had a heart attack?
Mm.
Well, that would, in this case, it wouldn't be a man. It would be you. I would be less angry.
No, it would be a man.
Oh, then no.
Makes sense.
Have
Makes
you ever
sense.
been interested in wanting to be in a relationship? Like, have you ever thought of this? With all the
Mhm.
men that and can you settle down ever, Bubbles?
Tommy said no.
Hmm.
Oh, you want to be in a
Oh.
relationship with your master? What does Tommy
So-
look like?
He is like 5'2". He's Greek and German. He obviously is a eunuch. Or he has blue eyes. He wears a lot of necklaces. He only
What's a
has
lot?
one earring and a beard.
What's a lot? How many necklaces?
Like 4.
You said he's 5'2". How tall are you?
I'm 5.
So he's 2 inches taller than you.
Yeah, but when I'm wearing heels, we're the same height.
Oh, so you only wear 2-inch heels.
No, he wears heels too.
So
Oh.
besides him being a eunuch, Do you find him attractive?
No,
Oh, okay.
but he knows where my IRA is, so.
So you string him along.
Hmm.
You're using Tommy or Tony. Oh, okay.
So are you more attracted to men or women?
Men, women are beautiful, but they're needy, and they require too much to be satisfied.
Too much foreplay. Got it.
Attracted to men, but you have no plans of settling down, house, white picket fence, children, no?
It's too expensive.
Oh, you want to keep pouring the money in the... yeah.
So you don't really get pleasure out of it for yourself, but when it comes down to preferences, do you like it more on the soft, gentle side or more of on the rough side? If you had to pick.
Hard and fast. Get out of there faster.
But that's more a work ethic. Is that truly your preference, or is that more I want to get to the next client to make more money?
I don't come anyway, so it doesn't make a difference to me. You know, the only difference is time.
And time is money.
So you're good at time management then?
I was at this one guy's house for 3 days by accident.
By accident? Oh. You got paid for the 3 days, or...
No, he had his house set up like a casino. You couldn't see outside, and there was no clocks, so I had no idea how much time went by.
Did they
So I'm
receive
assuming
you?
it's all appointment based, right? You can't just people have to
Walk it.
put in a
No, walk in.
reservation.
No, you just find me and take me. Tommy follows.
Oh. So
I'm more
you've never
interested in the fact that Tommy wears heels. Why does he wear heels?
Because he's little.
Why not wear like platform boots? Why heels? Heels
Well,
are for
there are
women.
lifts in his shoe. I just call them heels because I like to pick on them.
Why not shorty?
What did you say? Why not chalky?
Shorty.
Oh, shorty. Oh, that's a
Instead of
slang.
heels.
That's a slang thing in America. We call smaller women shouties.
Shouty.
Shouty.
I don't think it's very nice that you pick on him because of his height. The man has enough problems as it is. He
Got
has no
testicles.
balls.
So it's basically like you and him, and it's a fetish for him to watch you bang other people. He makes money off of it, puts it into an IRA account, doesn't want to spend the house because he's saving all the money. That's basically what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Rose, I appreciate you coming by and telling us your story. Is there anywhere, do you want to show anybody any of the product to anybody that is interested in purchasing Rose for the night, a night on the town, or to play checkers with?
What's your favorite kind of